online classes. Like I'm not over to my computer. I got a football meeting for an hour a day, and I'm playing the game.
Damn.
And then I remember because you had to send your grades in. I would just send them in. Like I'm like, all right, like, I don't care. Like,
Right.
And then I remember my mom came downstairs, unplugged the game. It was like, I just got the phone with your coach. Like, you're failing everything. Because he wanted me to get a master's degree, that kind of thing. I'm like, nah, like, I'm invested in this. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, like, I support you. Marcus Harris, I'm from Portland, Oregon. Went to Grant High School, Homeland Generals. And then walked on and went to Oregon State. And then went to the University of Idaho after that, where I played 3.5 years. And then I did a year at Cal Berkeley, finished up there, and then I was drafted 6th round to the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. That's the
first season just ended. Early.
Ended early, real early.
You know, I gotta talk about shit. It's the Steelers, baby.
No,
you know what's actually funny? I got a good story about the Titans. We'll get into that later. But okay, so I need you to paint the picture for me. Young Marcus, middle school, grade school time. What was your awareness about like finances and understanding the sneaker game, and what was the first shoe that like caught your eye, and who did you look up to in that sense of like the sneaker scene and going to school, and you know, just like that dynamic of like you at home with your family and everything? Like, paint that picture for me.
Yeah, I was young. My older brother, he was in the shoes a little bit. So I mean, I kind of know a little bit from him, but to be honest, honestly, like. You.
Oh yeah. So for those that don't know, also we are related. We're cousins, by the way.
Yes.
That's what. Yeah, we'll get into that later.
But I think it was like you and AJ.
Okay.
The whole flight school. Like I wanted a shirt. I wanted like everything y'all had. It was like the coolest thing to me.
Okay, so that was like 2011 through 2017, let's say. So that was what? How old were you?
I was 10.
Okay.
I was born in 2001, so I was like 10 years old, 4th grade, 5th grade. I think the first pair of shoes I wanted, still never got them, the Olympic 7s.
The Olympic 7s.
I remember
we got to get this man some Olympic 7s.
I remember I hit you about them, and you're like, I could try to find them, but then that was it. Like, it probably wouldn't have been worth it. My foot was growing crazy at that time.
Yeah. Okay. What size are you now?
11 and a half.
11 and a half. Man, you got to get big dog, size 13, man. That might be able to get you right.
Nah, I can't do it. But I say just looking up to, like, you guys, and then, like, because my brother was close with you guys, so like then Kenneth,
right?
Being around like y'all when I was young, like I probably didn't understand much, but just watch how y'all move, I think influenced me to want to be in the shoes and stuff and be in the sports more.
Okay, so that was happening, and what other sports was you playing during this time? Middle school, grade school?
Middle school, I ran track and played basketball. And then football. Those are like the main 3.
Okay. But at a young age, football was always like the priority? Or was it like you were trying to be a hooper first and you fell back to football?
I was trying to be a hooper and then I got to the doctors and they told me I'm done growing.
Okay.
Or I just wasn't going to be over 6 foot.
Right.
So then I was like, yeah, it's time to invest a little bit more in the football at that time. And looking at the numbers of people who, I guess, make it out playing professional sports, like football is a greater chance than basketball.
Right.
So then I just kind of leaned towards that route.
Okay, so during that time, what was you playing on the Grand Youth team? I
was playing both ways.
Receiver, DB?
A little bit of DB, but mostly receiver.
Because I remember, I was coaching a group that was below you.
Yeah, so I was playing mostly receiver.
I remember like watching you play, but again, I wasn't coaching that team, so we would be missing games and stuff because we'd be right on different timing and everything. So.
We had so much talent that like at a young age you were mostly playing one way.
Y'all had some dogs.
We were mostly playing one way, and then like you'd rotate in and play the other side, like just to keep playing, be active in the game.
Yeah, y'all for sure had some dogs on the squad.
We were pretty deep at a young age, depth wise for football.
So now you're in that. What position was you rocking with? More DB or receiver?
I was a receiver all the way until my sophomore, like strictly receiver. Like I did not care about DB until sophomore year of high school. Like I started receiver as a sophomore on varsity. Like and then I broke my wrist, came back that season, still played receiver only. Then going to my junior year, we didn't have any DBs, so I'm just like, all right, like I'll go do it. Like it's just gonna get the ball. And then that's when I ended up leading the state interceptions my junior year.
Was that And DeMarcus was on the squad.
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
So he was a senior, you're a junior year.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just remember it being like a family affair.
Yeah.
Also, talk about that too. You know, we had the family affair. Well, you did especially. I had some cousins that was playing during that time, but they didn't really make it past freshman year. So
yeah, no, it was crazy because DeMarcus, he was a year older than me, and then I got Taman, who's 2 years younger than me, and
they both went to Oregon.
Both went to Oregon, yeah. Taman just like finished up there, and DeMarcus said he's been done. But just playing with them, it was crazy because like we grew up together, like playing in the front yard, then play youth football, and then to go play high school. Like DeMarcus like brought me in, like I was younger, and then I did the same thing with Taman where it was like I told him like, you're going your sophomore year, but you're about to start corner. Like I need you to get right.
Right.
And he ended up getting right and doing that kind of thing, and then going to go play at Oregon for his career. But it was crazy just being with family.
Nah, it was dope too. Like I remember, cause I was in college at the time, and then I came back, and I think we was like training for a bit, like in the summertime or something like that. And it was just dope, like being able to all go out there and like get it in on a level where it's like we can really
went through that whole workout. And it was just DeMarcus was throwing. Yeah, you was at running routes. I was trying to like get like footwork in for defense. Yeah. Taman throwing in the water, trying to get right, play defense.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Crazy times.
So okay, so that was all happening. Now, how's grades, the dynamic of that? Like my sophomore year, I fucked up. I tore my ACL my sophomore year, and then I just was like bullshitting with school. Yeah, grades was getting down, and I had to get it back my junior year. You know, just I was just on some dumb shit because football was like my identity for a bit, and then I realized like, oh, I'm more than just a football player because I'm trying to be that. You know. Yeah. But then by the time junior year came, I was like, okay, I could be other things. So kind of how was that dynamic, and then putting yourself in position to be able to go to college, play sports, and get a scholarship or whatever it may be?
Yeah, so think about it. My grades wasn't the best. Like I didn't really like. I mean, I went to school, but like I was at school.
Like from freshman year to on, or like
the whole time. Like freshman year, like after freshman year, I went to summer school because like I had a bad grade in the class. Like sophomore year, it was just like whatever. Like I didn't want to take no AP classes. Like I just wanted to get through and play football, like do sports. Okay. I think that's part of the reason why I had no offers like coming out. Okay. Cause like I passed all my electives easy. Like
you're like I'm gonna do the paramedic.
Yeah, like PE, strength and conditioning, that kind of thing. But like the core class like English, math, like I didn't really like care for. So like I like barely had a passing grade and like
just enough to qualify.
Yeah, just enough to qualify.
Yeah, I did that in my coming out of my freshman, because they go by semester. I did that coming out of my freshman year when I was in college. Yeah. So I came in college freshman year, full scholarship, all the stuff, playing, and then I was like, I'm gonna just get by. Yeah. But I got by to meet the NCAA requirements. But it wasn't, I was at a private school, so there was a higher requirement for the athletes than the NCAA requirements. So I was qualified through NCAA, but not through the school. So I had to redshirt my sophomore year because of that. Yeah, no. And I just like fucked myself again.
I'm sorry, that school part, like it's tricky because like you want to do just enough because you really just want to play ball. Yeah. So I think that was like an eye opener. And then once I got into Oregon State, like I graduated with a 3.4 GPA. Okay. So like I turned it around in college for sure. Right. But in high school, like I wasn't the best student, but like I knew it. It just I didn't want to do it.
You didn't care.
I didn't care enough to do it. I just wanted to play ball.
Yeah, it's easy to, you know. I was just talking about that. Like when you get to high school, there's so many avenues. We know so many homies that went the wrong way. That was potentially better athletes than us or whatever, right? 100%. And it's just like, bruh, I could easily go this way, I could go that way, or I could stay in the middle. Like, so it's easy to get caught up in that for sure, especially like, you know, just based off of where we come from and everything. So completely understand that. Yeah, no, but also you was able to like turn that around.
Yeah, I tell everybody like from my junior, like in high school, maybe my senior year, I was the best athlete, but junior year, like my best year, like I wasn't the best athlete on the team. Like sophomore year, I wasn't. Like freshman year, nowhere near close. But I think just staying consistent was what helped me get through. For sure. Yeah.
So, okay, was there camps and stuff that you went to during that time, like junior and senior year, to try to like get noticed and everything? Or is it just more like you was relying off of tape?
I think I probably went to Northwest Best.
Okay. It's like a 7-on-7.
Kinda, yeah. It's like a showcase out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think I went there. I did one, and then that was it. Like I could have went to what's it called, the opening, like the regionals in like Oakland or something. But like I just was like, it's too short of a notice. Like I got notified like the week before. Damn. Like I was like, I'm not ready. Like I'm not gonna embarrass myself out there. So I just was strictly relying off tape. Like I had some crazy stats. Right. So I was like, this should help. Okay. But I ain't really go to no camps or nothing like that. So
what got you to the college phase of figuring out where you're going, or being like, damn, I'm stuck with this, or this is what I got to do? Like, how did that transpire from, I guess, the end of senior year or over the summer? Because for me, it was over the summer. Like, I didn't have nowhere to go after I graduated, and I didn't find out until a week before the season. And then I got a team to play for and a school to go to.
Damn. So that's crazy. Yeah. The week before. For me, it was towards the end, like track season. Okay. Well, like football season, after football season, like I was getting, I was like on the bubble of getting an offer or not from like Montana, Weber State, and Oregon State. Okay. So I was on the bubble for those three schools. But then it got like towards the end, and like guys had committed and stuff like that.
Right, that's the tough part.
And then Weber had gave me a partial, but they had committed 7 DBs that class. Shit. So I was just like, I'm not gonna put myself all the way at the the bottom of partial
that, plus the starters that's already there
from a smaller school. Yeah. So I'm gonna just walk on to Oregon State, and with that it was like, because I initially didn't get accepted to Oregon State, like because of my grades, and then I had went to state in track, and then I ran the 10-7. Okay. And then the next week, they had pushed my enrollment through, all that kind of stuff. It was crazy how that worked, because like y'all could have been did that. Yep, like, you know what I mean? Yep. But I ended up them going through, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to go there and just walk on and see where I'm at physically, mentally, how I can handle that kind of stuff. And then that's how I ended up choosing Oregon State over Weber State.
Okay, so Oregon State, you come in. And then, how was it going to college, doing everything? Was you there the whole season? What was the...
Yeah, so Oregon State, I got there, and my summer after senior year was crazy. Like, I graduated in, like, beginning of June. And then we went to beach weekend that following weekend.
Yeah.
And then...
Damn, I forgot about that.
Crazy times. Great tradition, though. Yes. We went to beach weekend, and then... I came back and I had 1 week, and I played in the Shrine game, the East-West. Okay. So then we spent a week somewhere else playing football. Okay. I can't remember where we were, but then I played in that, and then I had another week off, and then that following week I had to go to Oregon State for the summer programming. Okay. And then I enrolled in, and I was there from like early July, all the way until like winter of COVID. But when I first got there, it was eye-opening just seeing all the people. Like, I knew of Jaden Grant. He was there. Yeah, he was one of the older guys in my room. He looked after me, like, big bro. Right.
Was you on any stuff with Lillard in them on the 7-on-7?
Yeah, I played for Team Lillard.
Because that was the beginning of that. You were, like, in that
I was like
the second era or something.
The second or third class.
Yeah. Because I remember that all was kind of starting at that same time.
Yeah, so I played just a year with Team Lillard because I was on E-Force at first. And then they had me on the B team playing the only receiver. Yeah. And I went to Lillard and starting DB. And then I was with, Anthony Gould. You heard of Anthony Gould?
Maybe.
He went to West Salem, went to Oregon State. He plays for the Colts now. They're a returner. Okay. But I was going against him every day. And then he was on the team as well. And then he went to Oregon State as well. He had graduated early and went.
Gotcha.
So then I got there and I was with him. But yeah, I played for Lillard, and then Oregon State that summer. It was eye-opening, the workouts, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Did y'all have morning workout like early?
No.
Or was y'all afternoon or evening?
Summer they put you guys at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the heat.
Okay.
I remember the first day, like they told us don't wear like wristbands, friendship bracelets.
None of that shit, yeah.
It's 10 up downs per one they see.
Damn.
Earrings. And you come from high school, like you got little little friendship bracelets, like earrings and hair ties. I think we ended up doing 120 up downs first day. Like it's probably like 95 degrees out there on the turf. Like sun is.
So y'all was no hats or earrings and stuff in meetings and everything too.
No,
or
hats.
Was it just no hats?
That was just for lift. Like
just for lift.
Yeah, no.
So when I was my school, we had none of that for meetings. Anytime.
No earrings, no nothing.
Yeah, no hats in the building, anywhere.
Yeah,
like not even between meetings.
Yeah,
it was not playing.
Yeah, that's straight.
I was like, bro, this is it was cool because like I had earrings, but then I kind of stopped wearing them during that time, and then like I was still wearing hats, and I'm like, okay, this is actually crazy. But then they was tripping, like tuck your chain, no hats, no earrings.
That's how it was for lift though, and like they were strict on like they'll look for like people have like stuff underneath their sock. They put a sock down.
That's crazy.
Up downs like earring, nose ring. Like this is coming in like out of high school, so you like, man, what's going on?
Right.
Why it's like this? But we ended up doing like 120 up downs first day, and then going to go do the workout. And like when you first get there, it's all eccentric stuff.
Yeah.
So they doing 10-second lowers on everything. So you just hurting. And that was like my first like workout like in college.
Bruh, that hit different when you start that and you be like cooked when you get done, and the next day you're like, bro, I gotta do this again.
That was only the Monday workout. Like, that's how you really thinking like it was for you and not for real. Like,
yep.
We had people like walk out like from that. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Like,
that's
after
funny.
The first day.
But that's what they gotta do.
Yo, DNA fam, I know you guys are into sneakers, so I'm going to assume that you're into investing as well, which means you're probably also interested in leveling up your life. I think you definitely need to check this out. I just launched my DNA show community on School, and it's totally free to join, by the way. Inside, I've dropped my entire Hobby to Hustle program. It used to be $99 a month, and I've helped tons of people turn their passions into profit with this course. And now I want to give it away 100% free just for the community members. This is going to be a place where sneakerheads can connect, share game, and grow together. So don't wait, hit the link down below in the description to get instant access to the Hobby to Hustle course today, and I'll see you guys on the inside so we can run it up.
So that happens, a season goes by, it's a red shirt year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so red shirt year, you just working on your craft. What do you do during red shirt year? What's your mentality? How do you kind of come into that? Because you know you're not playing any games,
right? But
you know you need to try to get better. And how did you measure your improvements, and what did you focus on, and how did you stay on track to still, be hungry throughout the season?
I think that like the individual time we had, like you spend time doing that, and then like you learn a lot from the guys in front of you, what they mess up on. So you get a little bit of time to sit back and wait, but like using it as motivation and not making the same mistake as him. And then you're on scout team, so you're going against the ones.
Right.
So I was trying to, and we had Trey B, and Isaiah Hodgins. Those were our two receivers.
Okay.
And they both ended up playing in the league. So it was like good work to go against them, like giving them a look, like not just out there going through the motions.
Right.
So I think that definitely helped, having some good receivers and some just getting all those reps versus the ones, like real life. Like when it's man, go play man. Like of course some of the stuff scouted up, but like the opportunities I had to go and get it, that's why I like tried to perfect my craft the most.
And it's tough because like when you're in meetings watching film, like you're not the priority in film at all.
At all. Like,
so like they're almost like not even acknowledging you.
Yeah, like you don't
know what I'm saying?
Watch their reps, like nothing. Like it's easy to zone out. But at any given moment, like the coach would be like, "Hey, what do you have on this?"
Right.
And you'd be like, "How am I supposed to know that?" But like that's when you got to pay attention to detail, and that's why I had good like older guys in my room to like make sure I stay on that. Like Jaden, make sure like I knew all the positions in the, because we met as a secondary. It was corners, nickels, and safeties.
Yep.
So I was hearing every single coaching point. It was just about being able to digest the information.
Right.
And Jaden made sure like I did a good job of taking notes and knowing those things for like when my name and number is called.
So translating from sports to life, right? Taking notes, attention to detail. What were some key things you thought that you were able to then also take to the NFL and that you could apply to other things in life once you get out of the NFL when it came to digesting and being able to put it on paper and then take that information you put on paper and then apply it later? Like, how did you structure that and how do you execute it today?
I think like, I don't know, that's one of my like big things is paying attention to detail. Like I pride myself on that, and then like just having like good character, like having a good mindset about things. I think those two things definitely help in real life situations, because like life isn't always gonna go how you want it to be, but at the same time, like same thing football. Like I didn't want to go in and just redshirt, like not play.
Right. You're like, I was balling. I'm trying to keep balling. You're like, nah. You had to sit down over there.
I came from the All-Star game, 92-yard punt return, like playing offense, defense, and then going and just sitting. Like you don't want to do that. So same thing with life. Like things may go wrong, but I just have a positive outlook on life, and then being able to pay attention to detail and the minor things that go on in life. I've just been able to apply that mindset to life and football and the NFL.
So keeping that optimism throughout.
Yeah, because
really
it's not of course it's things that can put you in a bad mood or something, but at the end of the day, it'll get better.
Right.
So that now is my mindset. With football, I'm not always going to just be sitting here being a red shirt not playing. I'm gonna get my time and make the most of the opportunity.
That makes sense. So now, what caused you to leave, or whatever you want to consider it? Was you forced out? Did you choose to go? How did the new opportunity come about? Where did that all
when I left Oregon State
spawn from? Yeah.
So, I had a coach he was, I guess, aggressive. You could say, just
verbally.
Verbally, yeah.
Okay.
Verbally, most people wouldn't be able to withstand some of the stuff that was said.
Right.
But I think it was one thing for me, he would always say, if you, not over 6 foot or, you wouldn't play, a down to college football, stuff like that. To try to, I guess, test your mental.
Right.
And then that was my cue to, I'm all right, I think I'm ready to play. Obviously, I'm not going to get to play here. They're going to keep recruiting scholarship guys. I understand that part of the business.
Right.
So I'm going to just leave.
Makes sense.
And I, bet on myself. I'm just forget it. I got this only option I got. I'm gonna just keep sitting here playing practice or just doing practice the whole time and not play. Where I could, go to FCS and still achieve my dreams from there.
So back came, you decided to transfer. Out of everywhere you could go, was it because of a bug in your ear from CJ, or was it what's going on? How's this all transpiring?
So I was a walk-on. So then entering the pro as a walk-on is already tough,
right?
Because it's people from all over entering,
right? Yeah, you guys' portal process was completely different the way mine was set up too. How did that go when you was doing it?
The first time, it was scary because it's okay, you don't know if you're gonna get picked up. So
you just put it on a website or something, and they
you gotta you just go to your compliance and then they'll put in the paperwork and they'll put your name into a portal, and it's I've seen it. It's a list of names, ID numbers. It's easy to get lost in the mix.
Okay.
Unless you know somebody. But Aristotle Thompson, you know who that is, right?
I don't know, probably, but I'm the worst with names, best with faces.
AT, if you see him, you know exactly who he is. I want to say he coached at Grant a little bit, but it's Diallo's cousin.
Okay.
He's
probably
running back coach at Cal, and then at Northwestern now, but he knew the DB coach that was over at Idaho.
Okay.
And then on top of that, Idaho had Mike, Warrior, Mujib, Coyote, CJ.
These are all people that he's referencing, back from the young Grant youth days.
Yeah.
He was talking about the team was stacked and all that stuff.
I think
it's multiple generations, but that era and that group was very, very good on each year, basically.
Yeah, I think it was about 6 or 7 people that were from the Portland area that were on that team. So I was going to be comfortable, know people up there.
Right, you're I'm going to come out here with the bros, figure it out.
Figure it out, 5 hours from the crib, it's not too far. Because the only other offer I had was Arkansas Pine Bluff, and there's no way I was
I don't even know what that is.
You know Grant Ewell?
Maybe.
You know Pokey?
Think so.
So if you see, if you
I gotta see faces, bro. That's what I'm saying.
He's light skinned, but he's a running back. But he just finished up there.
Okay.
And he had the worst time ever.
Yeah,
miserable.
Tough.
So I could imagine myself out there, but I had those 2 offers. I'm I'm not going all the way to Arkansas. I don't know nobody out there. They're talking about you get here. in 2 days we'll have a place for you, all kind of stuff. I'm like, that just doesn't even sound right.
Nah,
you know
I remember that too. Like during that process, looking at spots, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna roll out the carpet for you." I'm like, this is bad here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go here."
Exactly.
Like,
so I was just like, I'm not doing that. So I just went to Idaho, got there, on scholarship. They offered me a scholarship out.
Okay, so they offered you the full.
Yeah, full ride.
Okay, so you come from transfer as a walk on.
And then
now you got a full
ride.
You're like, hell yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is lit. Like, I get a little stipend.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, rent was only $300 a month. Like,
And at that time, the NIL wasn't
a thing yet.
a thing yet. Yeah, because that's
legally.
That came during your time, but after.
Yeah, like probably like a year after I got there.
Okay.
It became a thing. Excuse me. But so I went there on full ride scholarship, and then that was it. Like, see, I knew CJ. Me and CJ grew up playing sports together.
He's a quarterback for the team.
Yeah. So we grew up. So I was just like, yeah, I trust it. I'm gonna go here. AT said it's a good look. Like, and then use it as either a stepping stone or like be able to declare from there.
Right.
But that's why I chose the University of Idaho.
So you get out there. You're still basically in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
And not technically as close as you are to being at Oregon State, which is Oregon State is pretty like mid too, but it's only like hour away from home, so it's like cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're out there and you get through the first season. Now you got to lock in with school.
Yeah, this is what.
So this is like your freshman year. You was locking in with school, or did you kind of prioritize it more when you got to Idaho?
So it's tough because my freshman year, like I did perfectly fine. Like I was good, passed all my classes, like 3.3 GPA. And then I stayed so then COVID hit my spring of my freshman year at Oregon State.
Damn, okay.
So then I stayed there. First 2 weeks of spring ball, like I'm running with the twos. Like I'm feeling like, I'm finna take that step. COVID hit, sent everybody home. Yeah, we come back in June, July. But during that time from like March to June, I ended up almost failing out of college. Because I'm just playing the game. I'm waking up playing the game every day.
Because you're just at home.
Like online, I'm not doing no online classes. Like I'm not over to my computer. I got a football meeting for an hour a day. And I'm playing the game.
Damn.
And then I remember, because you had to send your grades in, I would just send them in. I'm like, all right, like, I don't care. Like,
right.
And then I remember my mom came downstairs, unplugged the game. It was like, I just got the phone with your coach. Like, you're failing everything. So I turned it around. Ended that semester with like or that term with a 3.4 for the spring, and then I stayed again through the fall, and then did that little 8-game season there, and then that's when I entered the portal in the winter.
Okay.
After we had got our year back, so I'm like, oh, I didn't even use a year. Like I'm finna be a freshman wherever I go.
Right. Okay.
So then that's when I went to Idaho, and then I had to get the whole credit switched over, that whole situation, and then school was just way easier for some reason. I don't know. Like, it was online, but it was like different websites and stuff that they use, so I had to get adjusted. But I was locked in with school. Had the same major, I think, as CJ for a little bit.
What'd you do?
No, he did not have this one. I switched to the one he had. But I had athletic training at first.
Okay.
That's what I was doing at Oregon State. But then I was just like, they wanted me to do volunteer hours, like take biology, anatomy. Like, I'm not doing that.
That stuff is tough.
So then I switched to psychology. And that's what I have my degree in, and then I finished strong with school throughout there.
So you got that going. Everything is pretty much smooth on that. Now, did you have any distractions or anything else in the way? Like for us, during that time, we had a lot of parties and a lot of stuff going on. Literally everybody was partying a lot. And it was very easy to get caught into that. But I was running my business and doing all my stuff at the time. So it kind of helped me stay away from... Like, because I didn't really drink and do all that stuff. So that kind of helped me keep balance.
Yeah, so, I mean, in Idaho, there's one place called the Corner Club that I didn't go to until probably my second year there. Because COVID messed up everything. Like, there was no parties, no nothing.
Right.
Like, clubs had shut down, went out of business. So COVID messed up, like, at the party scene. Like, but at Oregon State, like, my freshman year...
Yeah.
Parties are crazy, like broken floors, like you name it.
And then
like,
you can go to Oregon too, because it's not
only
far.
like 40 minutes away if you're gonna go to Eugene.
Yeah, you partying at both. You like.
And then you 18, fresh out, like, freedom. Yeah. So I partied then a little bit, but then when I got to Idaho, like it was more chill than anything. Like it's a country, like it's a town. Like it's a weaker Corvallis. So it's like
I can imagine.
It's probably 5 stoplights, like. It ain't too much partying. Like, if anything, it's house parties and then go
But the
home.
games look like they're pretty live, though.
Yeah,
it looked like good amount of people showed up to the games.
My first year there, so it was still COVID technically, so we played a spring season. So I left and sat through a whole winter season at Oregon State, 8 games, watched that. And then did another fall camp technically and played in the spring season. And then went through that whole season just being in the post pretty much the whole time. I was fast, so I just didn't post. And then had first full all season, started working corner because I know I'm a corner. Came back, won a starting job, started all those games. Games weren't that like live, like they wanted the coach gone, so it was like boycotting the game kind of thing. When they come, they're yelling at the AD, that kind of thing. So then our coach got fired, and then we got a new coach in, and that's when you seen the turnaround. And we ended up going to the playoffs the following year, and then the quarterfinals the year after that.
So that's your redshirt sophomore year?
Redshirt sophomore year. Redshirt sophomore year, we went first round. We lost in the first round to Southeast Louisiana. Should have won that game. We lost by I think we lost by 5.
Okay.
Something. It was a close game. And then, we all talked and was like, we're coming back, even stronger. We believe in this coach. And then we ended up going to the quarterfinals the following year. And that's when, I guess that season went to the playoffs, I think the play that, because everybody always asks me this, when did you realize you could go to the league, you know? You always want to go, but when you realize, it's reality. And I'll say it was that first game, we're playing.
The playoff game?
No, the first game of the season.
Oh, the season.
Washington State.
Junior year?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year, okay.
Forced a fumble, stripped it, picked it up, scored. First touchdown of the season.
I think I remember that.
And
I remember always see the stuff on Instagram and everything. Yeah.
So that was just okay, I can play. These is D1 people. It's Washington State Pac-12. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cam Ward
dudes from here is for sure going to the league.
Cam Ward was a quarterback. So then it was just okay. And then I just had that confidence throughout that season. End up getting All-American, sophomore All-American. All conference, that kind of thing. Had a couple interceptions, forced fumbles. And then going into that next year is when I was all right, I kind of want to declare after this year.
Right, okay.
And they were telling me, you could, depending on the season you have, but, you got to just see how it, pans out.
Right.
So then went through that season, went to the quarterfinals. And it was tough. I wasn't getting thrown out a lot.
That's what sucks. Because they know not to throw it your way.
And it's Big Sky.
I need this tape.
It's Big Sky, so they're all right, we'll run the ball or throw the other way. We won't have to throw at you the whole game.
Right.
So it was games where I didn't get thrown at. And they'll put me in the boundary for that reason to just get me involved. I had a 90 run grade, as a corner. Okay. Which is high.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to be active in the game somehow, some way. So we went to the quarterfinals that year, and then that's when I came to the end of it after we lost. I'm do I declare?
So you had scouts coming to practice?
Scouts coming to practice.
At what point? Mid-season or?
No, they were there in fall camp.
Oh, okay. That's good. It's that when you got the scouts coming.
It was
because we ready to turn up at practice every time.
We had 2 receivers that went.
Okay.
Hayden Hatton, he was he has all the receiving records at Idaho. Okay. He was with the Seahawks a little bit for training camp, and then they ended up letting him go. And then I think he went to CFL for a little bit. And then Jermaine Jackson, he ended up being the returner for the Saints his rookie year. Okay. And then they ended up letting him go, and Shaheed got healthy. Right. And then he was just a candidate. But so they were coming to watch them, and then me. Then we had some linebackers, some D linemen.
Yeah, that should be fine.
But you go out to practice and all right, I'm not practicing that much today. I'm chilling. But then you see the scouts and you're all right, you get turned up a little bit. Them one-on-one periods get a little live. You start showing your personality a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So then I would say that was all the way from fall camp, and then they would come, and then I would only do a little bit of practice throughout the season just to stay healthy. So they were coming all throughout the year though.
So that goes. Now you get to the point where you're ready to declare. Are you planning for, if I don't make it, what am I going to do after? Or you're just like, I'm making it and this is my only option?
I'm making this my only option.
Okay, like, so you had no backup plan, basically.
No, it's funny because I graduated and my dad, you know my dad, he's, what you doing next? Like, what's your next plan? Have a plan, do this.
Exactly.
Like, proactive on what's next, like preparing. I told him straight up, I'm like, I don't got a plan B. Like, I'm fully invested in. Why am I investing so much? Because he wanted me to get a master's degree, that kind of thing. I'm like, nah, like, I'm invested in this. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, like, I support you. And I think that was also, like, another point where just, like, this is real. Like, this is the only route I got.
And then throughout that entire process, you never in your mind thought, like, what if I don't make it?
Nah.
So you're just completely convinced. So how do you tell, or I guess communicate to somebody else to get to that point? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that can be 70, 80, 90% there, but they're not fully like delusionally committed to that thing that people say, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like almost there, but then they're always in the back of their head. Like
what if I don't?
Yeah.
I think it was, I don't know, like I prayed about it a lot. Like, it's just like really what I wanted to do. Just throughout. And I realized like where I came from, like no offers, nothing. Like, I'm only getting better after each year.
Exactly.
And then I'm watching like people in the NFL, people who are going high in the draft, that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at myself, I'm like, this is very attainable. And then I just like, I don't know, I had a choice. Like, do I want to get a master's and have a backup plan?
Right.
Which I don't know what I'm gonna use that degree for.
Right.
Because nowadays, like, the degree don't really, it don't equate to what a lot of people do.
Yeah. I always tell people, like, use college for networking.
Yeah.
And building opportunities through that. More, I mean, yes, learn, but use it for the network.
Yeah.
Because that's where you really, like, build and grow and scale and do all those things after with the people that you meet through school.
Yeah, you meet people and that kind of thing. But, like, I was just like, I don't want a degree, like, another degree. I already got my bachelor's in psychology, which I think is, I mean, more valuable.
Then you got that at Idaho. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got that happening. What made you say, okay, I need to stay back, or I'm going to transfer, or how did that all kind of transpire?
Hearing from like scouts and stuff, like it was like I was going to be on the bubble of being undrafted or like late seventh, like barely, you know what I mean? Like barely foot in the door. And then I think it was also a strong corner class that year that I was going to declare. So then I was just like, nah, I'm going to go to Cal. They're known for putting DBs out and having success that way. So
how did Cal come about?
Aristotle Thompson. He was a running back coach there, AT. It was I wouldn't say it was an easy decision because after the season I had at Idaho, I could have went almost anywhere in the country. Had Florida State, Texas came late, Oregon came late, Louisville, Tennessee, Penn State. Like, I had plenty of offers, like throwing lump sums of money at me.
And this is now NIL is active.
Active. So lump sums of like people telling me we got $500 for you to flip your commitment. Like,
so how does this skew your thoughts and your process of like instant money gratification now, deciding where I go? You could get more for going here compared to there. There's a lot of different things mentally. Also, what do I do with this money?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're coming up on this cash and you're still in college and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, because you don't have any previous track record of other athletes before you that's been doing it, 5-10 years.
Right.
Y'all are like the pioneers of this new stuff.
Wave, so you don't really know.
So you're trying to like figure this out. Like,
yeah, I would say that was part of the reason why like I chose Cal. Like, I trusted that staff. Like, I took significantly less money than what I was being thrown at. But it's because I trust that staff. And in my mind, like, we go back, there was no plan B. Like, I got to go.
It's like, I'm going to take less
so
to
I'm
get
gonna
more
take
later.
less and get it on the back end instead of, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to Penn State where I got to fight for a starting job, essentially.
But I can get a check right now.
$500K right now. But it's like, that $500K can go quick. Whereas I'm gonna go invest my time at Cal for less money and get drafted and then be signed for 4 years or something like that. You know what I mean? So I think that was part of the decision on why I chose Cal.
So also during this process, you now come up on money. Mm-hmm. Is there a program within these schools that they're also pitching with you to say, hey, we'll also help you like manage this money? Or they're just more like, we're going to give you this money. You figure out what the fuck you do with it. Just come over here and play with us. We'll help you get to the league and all that stuff. But there's no like back end of like, invest really, into like this, do this. Here's some options.
Like, I guess there might be schools doing it now, like some financial literacy stuff, but there wasn't any, like, it was, here, we can give you this, and then, like, you get your own financial advisor, you get your own, like, you deal with that.
But you go figure that out. They don't even, like, recommend somebody, like, in-house or nothing.
There'll be people, like, donors and stuff, and be like, hey, I'll help you out if you need help. Just let me know. You can reach out. Like, there's people there, like, but you got to go ask for help. But it's not, like, I don't know. I think you should, like, have to take a course or something, like a financial literacy course. Like,
there's got to be, like,
and it counts like a 1 credit thing. It's all athletes in there, so it's chill, laid back. But at the same time, you're teaching them how to manage. Like, you can't be throwing out
hundreds of thousands of
dollars, giving millions of dollars to people that don't know what they're 18, 19 years old. Like, they don't know what to do with that. Like, I don't know what I would do with that at that age. Like, I was partying and doing whatnot. Like,
okay, so you got the money. What was the first thing you spent money on? What you do? Your NIL money.
I had to buy furniture for my apartment.
He's like,
I went straight to adults.
Okay.
I never made like a crazy purchase. I still haven't made one, not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I just bought furniture and then I was just living life. Like, I think I was just buying hella clothes.
Like a lot of
hella
clothes,
shoes,
eating out,
classic,
just basic.
Yeah, like that was it. But like, it was not like I didn't buy.
So speaking of that, shoe game. How is the shoe game going throughout this process? Because you're transferring, you got to move, you got to bring all your shit. Like, were you slowly getting more shoes during this time? Or was it like once you got your NIL, then you started getting more shoes? Or
when I got my NIL, like, I wasn't really getting a lot of shoes, like, because like after COVID, like, it was no, like, I didn't go out or anything. So, like, I'm wearing Crocs every day. Like, I was taking a break from it, like, buying shoes and stuff. And then when I got to Cal, like, I started going out more, going places.
It's way better over there.
Yeah, like, I gotta wear some shoes, so I'm like, all right, buy a couple shoes. I think there was a time period where I was buying 2 pairs of shoes like a week.
Okay.
Just because I could, which is probably it's dumb looking back on it.
What was some of the hot purchases you got during that time?
I got the Canary Travis Scotts.
Okay. I was gonna say you probably was getting some Travis Scotts and some Off-Whites, classic. That's what everybody buys.
Off-Whites.
Yep.
And then I think those are like the 2. But then after that, I was just like,
there's so much shit coming out too.
Yeah, it was so much. Like I wasn't keeping up. Like I'm trying to make it to the league. Like
So what year was that?
This is
23,
24.
24. Okay. Oh yeah. See, there's some good stuff coming out during that time. Hey, sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you guys know we have a special deal going on with Apothecary now. So if you use the discount code DNA Show, that's going to get you guys a discount on all your orders from their website. Also, I'm going to have everything linked down below underneath the video and in the pinned item section where you can purchase directly from this video as well. One thing that I love about the Apothecary socks is they have the ISO weave material and it is so good. It has a great comfort, flex, and even good for me at a size 13. So again, use the discount code DNA Show, and if you ever plan on rocking any socks, make sure you guys tag me on Instagram. 24 happens. I finally get to make it to a game. My freaking schedule is always ratchet.
Yeah.
But you're out there at Cal. Timing aligned perfect. I got to go to the game. Y'all freaking lost. Who'd y'all play? South Carolina?
North Carolina State?
North Carolina State? That's what,
They lost in the game-winning field goal? That was vital. Like, we held them to 21 points.
Bruh.
Lost. Like,
let me tell you, though. What is it? Where was I at? It's the alumni, or what's it called? The room the top part where they got all the food and everything.
Yeah, it's like the alumni suites or something.
The alumni suites, bro. They have food up in there, boy.
That's where they take like.
That was like the best spot.
Like that's
they had shrimp and grits and everything. I was like, I'm up in here chilling.
The food be good. The food be good.
It was all hitting.
But yeah, we lost that game. That was
tough.
But like, I was just thinking about that year, like. all those games we lost, like we had lost 5 games by like 1 score.
Yeah.
Whereas like
y'all was right there.
That's easy, a 2-loss season. Like 1 score flips it.
Okay, so that's happening now. Obviously, you got to prep for draft. You got more people looking at you. Mm-hmm. Where was the point that you got even more confident within that season? You know how like, because I remember we were saying like you got to get off in the first 3 games.
That's when it was.
I remember we talked about that right before season started.
That's when it was, because we opened up at UC Davis, had a pick.
Yep.
And then we go to, who do we play second game? We go to Auburn, SEC.
Yep.
Quarterback throws like 5 picks. I should have had one of them.
Yeah.
But I got ejected that game, but I was balling. Like PBUs, tackles. Yeah. And then third game, I'm ejected for the first half. So I'm like, damn, like, this is sick. Like, it's San Diego State. This a money game. Like, you get picks. Like,
right.
Come in, first series, we in cover 2. I jumped out. He throws out of bounds. I'm like, all right, like, I'm settled in. Like. And then 2 series later, hitch hits me right in the hands, drop it. Like, literally, receiver doesn't see it. I don't see it. I just throw my hands up. Heads are gone. Like, that's supposed to be my pick.
What you think you've been working on the most to improve your hands now in current time? Like, what's one of the things that has gotten you better with hands over this past season?
Tennis balls.
I love it.
Tennis balls, lacrosse balls. Just smaller than a football.
More like fingertip on the tennis ball.
Because it helps like with tracking.
The motion of it.
Yeah. So I'd say those definitely help. But then, go back to San Diego State game. 4th quarter. I'm like, Noel's the other corner. And Noel has got to pick in every game. And I'm like, I got to get one. Like, I missed on, he had 2 versus Auburn.
Okay.
Really 3, but they called PI on a terrible call. So he was balling. He comes, I'm in cover 3, ball comes, pick. I'm like, oh yeah, I got mine. So then at that point, I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm hooping, like, we on the notice, like, top defense, and one of the top defense in the country, forced the turnovers.
Right.
We have forced 5 in the Auburn game, 3 in the UC Davis game.
Yeah, y'all was on the radar. I remember that, yeah.
3 in the SDSU game. And then we go to Florida State. We lose that game. What did we lose? Like, we lost, like, 10-14. We missed 4 field goals. We had to pick that game. And then college game day comes. And that's when we get Miami at nighttime.
I remember watching that shit on TV.
And we go up 35-10.
Yep.
With like 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Blew the lead. I talk to Cam about that every day, like all the time.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was sick. The rest of the season there was just downhill as a team. But like, we knew as a secondary, like, in the defense, that we got people in here going to the league. Like, we have 4 starters in the league this year on that defense.
Dope.
Like, if you look at that roster at Cal, like, how did y'all win 6 games?
Right.
Heisman winner at quarterback.
Sheesh.
Jaden.
Damn, he was there.
That was my quarterback.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was that. Damn.
Jaden Ott, he ended up going to Oklahoma. He was battling injuries, but he's finna go to the league this year. And then on defense, we had 3 people in the league or get drafted in the secondary. Our safety and me and Noel. Middle linebacker he went into Baltimore, took the starting job, and turned his ACL with 4 weeks left in the season.
Damn.
Sadly. But we're starting the whole season, like, AFC Rookie of the Month. Then we had, like, 2 guys on the D-line that made practice squad, but, like, that's
a lot, yeah.
Like, if you look, that's a lot from a team with only 6 wins.
For sure.
So we kept that mindset throughout the season, and then just kept trying to be a dominant defense as we can, do what we can.
So now you're also in a position of, like, major leadership, right? People are looking at you going to the league, got all this stuff, you're balling out, starting, doing everything, but then you got the young dudes behind you. Yeah. How do you become, especially knowing that you're like, I'm here for a year. So you're like, do I want to make an impact on the next generation? Do I focus on myself? Like, how do you approach that and, you know, navigate those relationships and everything with the players?
I think that's another one of my, like, big traits, I guess. Like, being able to adjust and adapt to, like, the room. With that, like, I had went to as a walk-on Oregon State, like small fish in a big room, like, and was still able to get along. Like I still talk to those people to this day, like, and I was a walk-on. And then I go to Idaho, a whole new room where it's like, okay, like, who is this guy that they put on scholarship? Like, is he coming to take my job?
Man,
like that whole thing. You like your mind is like, I gotta take the job. Like that's what I gotta do. But like we still can be cool. Like it's
that stuff is rough when you come in and you know like this is my position.
Yeah,
so.
You know what I mean. So it's like I was able to relate to people, have conversations, and be able to, I guess, talk and give them pointers on how to get better. Like not on no hating stuff. You know what I mean? Like knowing I still gotta do what I gotta do. Coach will make the decision at the end of the day. So then I get to Cal. I'm like, I'm here for I'm here for a year. Like I'm trying to go league. Like this is what
really.
I'm here
It's like
for.
not even a whole year.
Yeah, like
it's like some months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I was just like I would give them as much knowledge as I could, like coming from my other schools, because like it was in the era of the transfer portal still rising. So it's like these young guys talking about some, should I do this? Should I do that? And I'm able to share my experience because like it's different than a lot of people throughout the transfer portal process. So I think I give them like, I guess, wisdom and knowledge in that, and then also within their like athletic ability, like tell them that nah, you belong, bro. Like you more athletic than I was at this point. Like, I'm only like I'm just really smart like when it comes to football. And
but that's what take you to the next level, though.
Yeah, and like of course I'm physically gifted. Like you got to be of some sort, but like there's some people that's like freak athlete.
Right.
Like they
don't know no plays. Like, I'm like, bro, you so good. Like stop lining up in the wrong spot.
But like it's just stuff like that. Like I just gotta give them game on that kind of thing, and like I still talk to some of them to this day. Like and they'll hit me, ask me questions on like what they should do, or like how they see this and stuff like that. But that's the best I could do at that point.
I never experienced a transfer portal. I was during the era of like, man, it's crazy to think like when I first got to college, you could only wear like gray gloves. We couldn't even wear colored gloves. Like that came during my time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They wasn't strict on the gloves.
That was like through like college football.
That's crazy.
Colored gloves became a thing like later.
The gray Vapor Jets.
It's way back.
Before then?
It was like, because that was 2010, 2011. So during that time, I remember when we could get colored gloves, that was the thing. And then obviously like the littlest things, they're like, if you accept a meal, you'll lose your scholarship.
Yeah.
Just over like the smallest things.
And they would tell us that, but they weren't as strict on it because it was like
it was
people doing
stuff happening back then. Yeah. So with that, how do you see the future of the transfer portal? Because for me, like the way I see it, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's nuts.
It's like there's no loyalty to the teams. Everybody's here one season, gone the next. There's no sitting out time in between period. It's just like wild, wild west right now still. It's and nuts. Like the players leaving during the playoffs and then like all this stuff happening and they can't even make the championship run. Like I'm like, there's got to be some rule changes or something's got to.
The enrollment period, like they were telling me, like I'm like have to make a decision.
Right.
When I was going to, because if we won quarterfinals, we went to semis, and then we go to semis, you go to national championship for FCS.
And you wouldn't have been able to play
in January.
Right.
And I would have had to like tell my coaches like, hey, I'm leaving, like, but it's up to y'all to like let me keep playing and whatnot, and then I have to tell my new school, hey, I'm playing in this game, so if anything happens, like I'm still coming, like. They're telling me I have to get ready for that.
And then they're like, no, because if you get hurt playing for this team that you're already not committed to.
Yeah, like say I had a major injury in the national championship game, and then this school already like invested money, that kind of thing.
They're like, hell no.
Nah, like.
Yeah.
So I think the only way.
The playoffs has to get moved up.
But it's tough because like you got to play those games. Like
because there's that time between the end of the season and the playoffs.
It's a week.
That break?
It's a week. For Army-Navy week, conference championship, first round playoffs.
Is it? I thought there was 2 weeks in between.
You get last game of the season, rivalry week, Army-Navy week.
When was the first round? I thought it was the end of after Christmas, during New Year's. That's the first round of playoffs.
No.
I swear that's the first round of playoffs.
Army-Navy week. Conference championship.
Oh, maybe it's
only Army Navy, and then like I think like maybe Celebration Bowl, stuff like that, like FCS Bowl, And then, but you get FCS playoffs throughout then. And then,
okay. Because I'm thinking about, I went to the Ducks Ohio State game, the Rose Bowl, and that was on New Year's Day.
That was the second round.
Second round. So the first round was the week directly before that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the week of Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and the season ends the last week of November.
Yeah, like the playoffs, you get.
So there's a 3-week window.
It's 2.
2 weeks.
It's 2.
So either way, they got to move that shit forward because.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you move it forward, then like.
That leaves the window open. That closes the window for the players that missed those last 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, I mean,
and then they could play.
You could, but then you also. It's a business.
I know.
So it's like you want to max out your views. So
yeah,
like,
I feel that.
That first week, you get all the bowl games, like the bowl games people don't want to care about. They don't want to watch stuff that week. And then you get some action on the weekend of all the playoff games. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I just think the system is kind of like broken right now.
I think there's a way, but it's all messed up.
It's got to be figured out still.
Between the portal, like the windows open and closing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like I had seen, like it pissed me off this season. Like being in the league, like I'm displaced from college.
Right.
My younger homies, people I know, talking about some let's run it back. I'm like, bro, you don't even have a degree. Where are you gonna go? Like, why are we talking about you returning back to college?
Wait, what?
Like they're saying let's run it back. Like I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. Like people are posting this kind of stuff. I'm like, for what? Like you don't have a degree. Where you gonna go? Like you just did your freshman year and you're talking about some I'm staying here. Like. Why is that a thing?
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like every year.
It's all messed up. Like I was just like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to see. Obviously, you want the players to get in it. And again, you might go somewhere and might not be the system for you and stuff, and you transfer. I get that, but it's like everybody just bouncing all over. You don't know who played for where and all this stuff, and it's just
like I couldn't tell you.
Teams
like
just coming out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
It's just like building super teams kind of each year, and everybody's just trying to make this play. Who can put the money behind it and pay the dudes? Like
who got the most expensive roster? That's all it is.
And there's like no cap.
None. Cause you could get a donor that come out the woodworks
with a
that
bag.
just want to invest. Like I'll give y'all.
Cause what's the name? They had
Indiana.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, he went there.
But like,
didn't he go there?
I don't know.
I think he went there and he was a donor.
But yeah,
or he threw a bag at him either way.
Threw a bag though, like just out of nowhere. Like he could have been did that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so you go through the draft.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like getting drafted? Where was you at? What happened?
It's actually crazy. My mom wasn't there.
What?
She's an event planner. So she had a wedding.
No.
So she was sick, like by her phone the whole time. Like
because that was like
getting to day 3.
Yeah, right.
It's getting to the end. I'm 6th round. Like
that's over the weekend, which is, there's always events on the weekend. Yeah,
she was doing a wedding, setting up a whole wedding. So at the house, it was my brother, my nephew, his girlfriend, my grandma, and then my dad.
Okay.
And obviously we're like it's getting close because it really got messed up because no corners were taken really early. Like a lot of corners were supposed to go early that didn't because a lot of them didn't work out. So like NFL teams were like, all right, forget it. Like,
so you went into that, and then what teams was you like? I actually might be playing for these teams.
I talked to Seattle a lot.
Okay.
I talked to Philly.
Okay.
And then we went out to eat, like me, Noel, and Craig with. Who was it? Detroit or Minnesota? It was one of those. And they're like, we're for sure drafting one of you 3.
In that city? Or like they came to y'all?
No, it was after like pro day.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but.
I don't know. Y'all just went out to eat?
Yeah, we just went out to eat. Like, and then had Zoom meetings with a whole bunch of teams. Never talked to Tennessee throughout the
So at least like 4 or 5 teams you like.
Yeah, like when they came on the clock, we're like, all right, they haven't. Oh, the Raiders was one. Like,
okay. So you're like, I got some options. Like, because it's different when you're like, I got one team that's rocking with me. If they don't pick me, I'm basically
I had a lot. Like all my interviews went well. The ones that I did have, but never talked to Tennessee throughout the process.
Really?
Never. So like when we were like watching, and then we had ordered a cake because like we had a feeling like.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. Like it has to be. And we ordered a cake. Diallo's walking up, grabs his keys, walking out the door. Mm-hmm. My phone goes off. And then it's Tennessee. I'm like, there's no way. Like, it's a 615 number. I'm like, I don't know anybody with this number. Like,
right.
Cause I had people calling me like throughout the day, like asking that kind of stuff.
It's kind of like annoying, huh?
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, please stop.
I know it's tough. Like, I try not to bother everybody during the time because it's like you got a million things going on, and it's just another. This is like, you know how like when you get hurt and you got to tell the story 17 times.
When I got hurt, I didn't answer the phone.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh my, all right, yeah, no, clearly I haven't been picked yet. Like I'm waiting. Like
you're watching.
You know what I'm saying? Like
so, I was just not like I was. Short talk, like, yeah, nothing yet. I'll let you know. Goodbye. Like, short talk. Because everyone who was there at my house was my close circle. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, we get that phone call, and then I'm like, all right, like, appreciate it. That whole thing, like, break down a little bit, like, because it's surreal. And then the funniest thing, like, looking back, he's my nephew. Like, he's like, he's 5.
Did they record it? Did anybody record the phone call? Like a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like barely. Like,
oh yeah, send me the video. I need to watch you cry.
No, I don't think you can see me crying in the video. I don't think you see
my player tears.
But yeah, my nephew's like, Uncle, like, what's wrong? Like,
right.
Like, cause on that, like, he loves me like that kind of thing. Like, look up to me and he's like, what's wrong? Why you crying? I'm like, nothing. Like, we good. Like, don't even worry about it.
Everything is right now.
And then I call my mom. She's sitting there crying while she's at the event. Then she finishes, comes home. But I was at the house, and then we ended up having like a party at home. Like my dad was just like, "You're not going out, like, cause this is a Saturday in Portland. Yeah. I could easily go out with all my homies and stuff." I was like, "No, you can invite whoever you want at the crib, like, have them over."
Right.
So then just did that.
Smart. Last thing you need is some dumb shit to happen.
Right, and then that was that. But I was just at the crib on draft day, just chilling. Like I'm sitting there, like I'm just laying on the bench, just like. In the kitchen, on the floor, just laying around, just watching it go.
Wait, who was your favorite team growing up as a kid?
I didn't have one.
You didn't?
No.
Damn.
I couldn't find myself cheering for anybody.
So, that was what I was saying. For football, that rooted a lot for me. Like, I still have a love for the Titans. But everything that started for me, from my beginning love of football, was with the Titans. Like, Steve McNair, Eddie George, that era.
Yeah.
And watching them play. When the Madden was coming around on the PlayStation and everything, I had all their jerseys as a little kid. Like, I played quarterback. I wanted to be like Steve, but he was a freaking dog, bro.
Stephen there, yeah.
Absolute legend. And yeah, I had always been like everybody knew DJ is a Titans fan. Titans fan. After Vince Young had left, and that was the end of that era. Pac-Man Jones, all that stuff, and they had that what's it called? Chris Johnson. I was at Chris Johnson's game against the Seahawks when he broke 2K, all this stuff. I was doing all that stuff. And I had always like been kind of a Steelers fan because my dad was a Steelers fan. Mm-hmm. That's when I, obviously, you know, Jerome Bettis, Hines Ward, all those guys, those dudes is there. So it was like a good transition over to like picking a new team. But I always had kind of loved the Titans in the background. My helmet's up in here somewhere. I got the Oilers. The Oilers. I got the Titans. I got both. I got almost every team from the NFL. I know I got a regular Titans helmet. I know y'all switched up and got the dark blue and then some other ones too.
Yeah, I think it was like dark blue right now.
Yeah, I try to get as many helmets as I can. But yeah, no, I love the Titans. It's always dope. That's why I was like, I gotta get out there. I still never been to a game there.
Gotta pull up.
Yeah.
Gotta pull up. We got a good schedule this year too. Mm-hmm. I think.
Did y'all?
We might have the Steelers.
Y'all released the schedule already?
They released home and away.
That's right.
But we might.
I saw the Ducks just posted their schedule.
We might. Yeah, college is posting theirs right now because they start a week earlier than us.
Okay.
But
yeah, I gotta check it out. I gotta try to make something shake. So you go out there. You go for a rookie minicamp.
Rookie minicamp.
And that's like basically what's that? Springtime? Going into summer?
Yeah, like a week after the draft.
Yeah, that's right around that time. So how was that?
It was good. Kinda. I was getting cooked.
Okay, what happened? Was it by what? What happened?
It just Snead was out.
Okay.
And then another one of our corners, he ended up starting this year, Del Baker. He he couldn't do contact because he's coming off surgery.
Okay.
So then it was me, Jarvis, and then Roger, and then this other corner named Gabe. So I'm ended up running with the ones too, like.
Which is convenient.
It's convenient, but at the same time, it's like
you're like shit.
I'm out of college. It's me versus Calvarelli.
Right.
One of the best route runners in the league. Like, it's not gonna look too good. And then I was getting cooked a little bit, like the speed of the game, trying to jump plays and stuff. Learning like finish every play, like you know what I mean? Like get out of my college practice mindset.
Yeah. What do you think was the big thing that makes you flip that switch of, like you said, college practice to pros? In that mindset,
I'll say the serious, like in college, like it's different. Like once you get older, like if a like freshman catches the ball, redshirt freshman, you get mad and like you want to stop, and you be like, damn, like
yeah, I got
play.
you.
But like when you get to the league, like they in the league for a reason, you know what I mean? So it's like just finish the next play, like they make millions too, and just finish the play.
Right.
So I think that was, and then shit after that happened, like I had dove, made a play, like missed the ball, receiver caught it, I just sat there, hit the ground. Coach cussed me out, pulled me out.
So what are you supposed to do in that situation?
Like get up and chase after
and just get up and go.
Yeah.
Right. And he like, you out here banging on the ground.
Yeah, he like, what you doing? Like the play's not over, get your ass up.
Right, because he could have made another juke back and you could have ended up with the tackle.
You never know.
Right.
So then he pulled me out, and then Sneed, he don't say too much. He just looked at me and was like this. And he just pulled me to the side and was like, bro, like, don't get him no reason to like get rid of you, nothing. Like you could play, like they drafted you for a reason. Really give me that talk, because like I want to say Sneed went 5th round, 6th round, to like an all-pro. So like he lived that life before.
Right.
Like, he was a late draft pick, not top guy coming in. So he just gave me that talk, and then from that moment, like I just flipped the switch, and then came back after OTAs, like in the best shape of my life. Like I lost weight, put on muscle in like that 5 weeks. And then just was like balling pretty much. Like,
what did you weigh when you were in college?
I played at like 192.
And then what did you weigh?
I played at 192 again.
Around the same thing?
Yeah.
Just recomposed your body?
Yeah. And like I was introduced to food, like not food, but like free food at the facility. So like I got up to like 197.
Okay.
With like 16% body fat.
Right.
So I was like a little chunky.
Right.
And
like, wait a minute, let me get back right.
I was like, yeah, I gotta fix this. So then I left for that 5 weeks, came back out here, and then I was training like twice a day, running, lifting, really using it as like a chance to get right. Came back in the best shape, had a good training camp, ton of reps, because Sneed was still out. And then really just like, I guess I wouldn't say solidified myself, but just like confirmed who I was, I guess, to the organization, and like I'm the right draft pick. And
so preseason goes.
Preseason goes. I'm playing.
You're watching people get cut.
Yeah, that's
how's your mental during that process?
I'm good because like I'm doing good. You know what I mean? Like we had we had 7 undrafted corners.
So there's this trend
so
of like we've seen from you deciding to go to Oregon State because of there was all these corners, and then you're like, let me get around that and go here, and then you go now to there, and then you got another trend of that, and then now you run into that same thing here.
But so this time I'm not the bottom.
But now you're navigating it differently,
you know what I mean?
right?
So like
you've seen this multiple times.
Yeah, so I've seen it. You know what I mean? So then I'm just like, all right, I just got to ball make plays, like separate myself, like show my knowledge, do the little things. And they just were cutting on like one by one. I remember bro forced a fumble in the game. Next week was cut. Like, and production in the league is tough. Like production is tough.
Right.
But it's just the small things he'll mess up on, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But forced a fumble in the game. Like was doing good, but it's just small things like that. So then I watched. So we ended the game on a Saturday. Flew to Tampa. There's people working out already for our team. Somebody cut the next day.
Damn.
I'm like, we on a road trip. Like we going for 9 days.
Right.
How does that work? And they're like, yeah, they just flew him back to Nashville with somebody, got all his stuff, and sent him home. Like, haven't heard that guy since. So it's
you're like, damn.
It's cutthroat.
Cutthroat for real.
It's
so it's like, that is the most real part of it, right? Like, people watch the show Ballers. They're watching Hard Knocks now. That's been around for a while. But it's definitely different being in the seat and seeing it live and be like, what the hell? This shit is
like
real.
You see a room go from like this and then we're losing. So we get to the season, we're trading guys, cutting guys, and we look at the end. And when I got there, it was about 17 people in that room. There's 3 people left from that like same team.
The OG group.
With the same coach, same staff.
Damn.
Those 3. And now, only people that signed is me, technically. Well, I am, and then Sneed, I think. And that's it. Like, the other guy is his contract year, so he's waiting to see. But then that's it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the business side of it. Like, like, you cool with all these dudes. Like, it's rare, I feel like, and from what I've heard, that, like, you'll get into a locker room in the NFL, and, like, you get into your position room, and there's beef.
Right.
Because everybody has the same goal in mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and the beef's not with players. It's, like, with, like, player and coach or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you build a relationship with these people, like, and then you just see them go, you like, damn. Like, I was just talking about what we finna do next week.
But I think like, when I see it from that perspective, too, again, it's super dope. Like, we're talking about just, like, in college, in the networking aspect, right? Because even if you have these short periods of time, it's like building these relationships with these guys. They may have a short or long career after you are with them. And then again, it turns into something after football.
Yeah.
Where now you can invest together or do something together or just take a family trip together or whatever it is, right? And have that person in your network a part of the NFL over the time. So it's dope to be able to build those relationships, even if they're shorter or longer, and turn it into something later in the future, which you may not even realize.
You might not even realize, like, the people you cross paths with, like, Quandre left us, like, right after the bye week. I was just talking to Quandre last week. Like, it's just stuff like that to where, like, you never know, like, when you're going to cross paths or reach out to those people, and then you just having a good relationship, like, they going to hit you back and that kind of thing.
Right.
Hey, real quick, just wanted to let you guys know we're getting really close to 400,000 subscribers, and I need you guys to hit that sub button right now. All right, let's get back into the video.
Y'all restructured payouts, so now it's divided throughout the year instead of each week.
It's
game checks.
Game checks are through 36 weeks instead of 18.
Right. So you got that set up. How did I guess feel knowing that is set up and good to go, and you now have the ability to look into investments, putting yourself in a better position, and where are you at with that journey of knowledge, and what are you seeking to do, or where do you need help in that space of, like, trying to manage your money and put yourself in the right position?
I think I'm still learning, like, a lot, because I didn't have a lot of, like, previous knowledge upon it. But I think I'm still learning a lot about, like, investing and ways to, and that's coming from people on my team, like,
for sure,
what they've done, and they've been in for a little bit, like, what they're doing. So I think I'm still learning. I don't know the exact direction I want to go.
Okay. I think it's good to understand, like, multiple angles and
like,
how you
different
can approach
angles.
it.
Like, I know people who's strictly in crypto or properties or things of that nature. So I think I'm just learning at this point. I think next year is where I'll make a bigger investment.
Right.
Like, after I have a full year, I've saved up more money, I'm able to do more financially to be able to invest and fully know what I want to do.
Right.
So I think I'm just being patient on that.
What do you think you're the most interested in out of all those options, I guess? Like, you know, it's like small businesses, crypto, stocks, real estate, start your own company.
Like, I think
those are typically
crypto
the top.
was like a little bit, but I think it just started to look like make my head hurt a little bit. Like, you gotta do this, but you gotta do this. But also, like, I think real estate is, I wouldn't say it's easier to get into, but it's less complex in the grand scheme of things. So I think real estate is probably the direction. Like, especially in that area of Nashville where it's growing, like cities that are growing that are big already. Like I think those would be good markets. But I think those two things, like for real, I think I would want to. Like maybe small businesses. Like I know Hook, our safety, he like has a couple small businesses, but he also has like properties that's doing really well in Nashville that he started out with, and then the businesses came second.
Creating cash flow, paying for stuff.
And I think like you just have to find the right partners with the business stuff, because like we can't manage that year round.
Right.
But you got to find someone you can trust to do that.
Exactly.
And that's not going mess with your numbers and stuff like that. So I think that's why you need, like, I just need more time to network, I guess, and be able to form those relationships and trust.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not, like I said, it sounds like the same thing. Like, as long as you just keep saving your bread and obviously get some cool things along the way, but put yourself in a position to have something. And then obviously you can leverage your contracts and everything for lending and everything. That'll put you in the right position to be able to have more down or whatever. And you might even be in a position where you're like, oh, actually I could do this now.
Yeah.
And it could supplement something already, or you say, hey, maybe I want to take it to the next level. I might wait just a little bit longer.
Yeah, because I think we're, like, being from Portland, like, a lot of people don't think it's a lot here. Like,
right.
But, like, there's plenty of people you can network with. Like, I can network with you. Like, you're versed in, like, what you do. You know a lot. But then also, like, guys like Sue. Like, I've had our phone call with Sue about, like, he just, like, you let me know when you're ready and we can sit down for real.
Exactly.
Like, and that's someone, like, who's huge in our community, like, that a lot of people might not know.
Right.
So, it's, like, it's just people like that. People who work at, like, Cliff King, like, with Jordan. Like, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I've networked. I've talked to them. People run the Les Schwab Bowl. Like, there's stuff that, like, you could do, but you just have to, I guess, I just have to know exactly what I want to do.
Right.
But, like, I know the people.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Ready. I'm excited to see where you go, where you take it with your investments, and where it sets up for the future. And then you build that $100 million portfolio and do all those things. Like you have the ability to do that, to go get that next contract, to put yourself in that position, and grow it and scale it and just go crazy. Like. That shit is just exciting to see. Like, I love
even
it.
To just think about. Like,
yeah, like, and it's the same thing. Like, I believe that, like, you say, like, that delusional thing of, like, I'm going to the league. Like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, you guys have it. Like, this is it. Perfect. And I'm like, how can I do the same thing in my world and make league money without being in the league, right?
Exactly.
So I'm like, I got to put myself in that same position to get multiple millions in assets and do all these things. So I see that same vision. I'm like, yeah, it might take me a couple extra years, but I'll still get to that same point.
Get to that point, yeah. Yep. It's just about having, like, knowing that everyone's path is different, but, like, you can still reach the same end goal.
Oh, for sure.
You just got to want it and know how to get there.
Yeah, that's facts. So what do you got planned for the off season? You got any new training techniques? Anything that's coming up that you planning on doing? You chilling for a bit? Right
now I'm getting healthy because I had bad injury.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad. But I missed the final 3 games of the season.
Okay.
Ended up getting put on IR for a knee injury. So I've been just rehabbing that. I'm going to do a little bit of traveling next month. And then I'm going to start training in March. But I'm going to be back in, like, Tennessee most of the time because we got new staff. So being around them as much as I can and getting better, taking that step forward.
Yeah.
And not really, like, kicking it so much, you know what I mean? Like, I can go travel anywhere I want.
These seasons are so... Every season's important, but these seasons are going to be very, very important. Like,
seasons
this year
like
and next year, like
2 and 3 are going to be, like, really, really important.
Because you got that
future,
that rookie year, you got all that out the way. You learned that. Okay, cool.
Now it's time to take the next step where I could...
It's them Idaho seasons.
Yeah. You know, make a name and then see where it goes from there. But I definitely want to use time to invest in myself. Like, I could travel in 2 years. Like, I don't think traveling's going anywhere no time soon.
Right.
So I think now I just want to invest in myself and save my money.
Right.
And really...
Where would you like to travel to if you were to travel? Where have you been?
I've been to the DR.
Okay.
I've been to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
Cabo. I've been plenty of places. Like, a lot. Like, I've never been to Miami.
Okay.
Really? Never been to Houston.
Damn. Okay.
Like, the key place. I went to Vegas when I turned 21, but like I didn't have money. Like, I was at Idaho.
Yeah.
Stipend, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
So I haven't really done a lot. Like I just went to Arizona like probably 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm going to Miami next month.
You got any countries on the list?
I want to go to Colombia.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to Europe in March to see Aaron Deloney.
Mm-hmm.
But he something happened with his like basketball. I was gonna go to Greece.
Okay.
But something happened where he stopped playing for them, and now he's just chilling.
Yeah.
In Italy with Mike. Whatever they're doing, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm a.
You gotta definitely. I finally went to Europe last year for the first time. I don't know why I hadn't been in so long.
I want to spend like probably like 3 weeks in Italy and just hit all of it.
Yeah, we're gonna go again in a few months. This time we're doing it like on a cruise, so we go to like 6 or 7 countries along the way.
That'd be fun.
It's like stopping each way.
I'm thinking about doing a trip in that month we get off before like after OTAs before training camp.
Okay.
I just don't know where because it'll be hot.
I haven't been to, like, I've been to Tokyo multiple times and Japan, but I want to go, like, deeper in.
Those
not really, like,
too far
Bali and Thailand and stuff, but more, like, I don't know. Like
those places is too far for me. I don't know, like.
For real?
It's too far.
It's just some long-ass flights.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I guess because you can stop, like, on the East Coast and then just pop over to Europe. It's, like, 5-hour flight.
Yeah, like, cause I'm on that side of the country. Yeah. So I go to, like, New York or I go to Florida, Miami.
Damn.
I can straight get there.
Gotta get you on one of them 10-hour joints, man.
I don't think so. It's like, like I was talking to somebody like from where I was like where I'm at in Nashville. I'm like, yeah, you ever been to Hawaii? They're like, nah, it's too far. I'm like, what?
Damn.
But like it's from that side of the country. Like they gotta fly to the West Coast
and then get on another
6 hours. Like for me, it's like a cool little 7 hour like 6 hour flight. Like you just go to San Diego, then go to Hawaii. But like. Oh, that side of the country is different. So it's like...
It kind of sucks living in Portland because we have, like, just going up and down the West Coast. But, yeah, it's, like, Hawaii, and it's, like, hella far to get to Asia. And then we got to go 5 hours just to get to the East Coast, 6 hours over there. And then get over to Europe, like, and then
that's why it's, like...
It's like a whole process.
Yeah, it's like an hour flight to get... Like, 2 hour flight from Miami to get to the Caribbean. Like, 30
That's clutch.
Hour. Like, it's... And the Miami's only 2 hour flight, so it's 3 hour travel there.
Low-key, every time I go to Miami, I, like... extend my trips for a few days and then I just like pop to some island. Yeah. Because I could like literally book a flight for like $100 something bucks.
And it's cheap
and get out
because
there
it's so close. Yeah. It's like
so like all of those areas down there, I've been going to like a lot of those over the years, but I got like tired of it because it's like basically the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta get to more like countries out in Asia and different stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll venture off. Maybe I find somebody to go with.
But I feel that.
I don't think I could. It's just too long.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with some fire round questions I always get from everybody else. So I always ask everybody on the pod. What's the most you spent on a pair of shoes?
900.
900? What'd you get?
The Dior Converse, the red ones.
How many pairs of shoes you got?
I don't know, like 40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got to get you to 100, man.
I got to. No, I'm gonna start buying more shoes. Once I get buy my first crib.
Yeah, I feel that.
Cause I'm moving
you just gotta keep moving all this stuff, and it's just
my shoes went from Morgan State to Idaho to Cal, back to Portland, now to Nashville.
Okay. What's the greatest shoe of all time?
The greatest shoe of all time. Mm-hmm. I'm simple, so the Roshi.
Really?
It's comfy.
Greatest shoe of all time.
It was comfy.
That's the first time I heard that one.
It's breathable.
Yeah.
I'm simple. I
usually get Jordan 1, Air Jordan 11, Air Force 1.
Yeah, I would say Fazos also.
Shell toes.
Being from here when Fazos was
Converse
was $30. People chopping out the trunk.
Yeah, that's funny. That's definitely facts.
I would say either Roshis or the Fazos.
Okay. Sure. So those what was the other one that everybody asked? So the Roshi is your favorite shoe of all time and the greatest shoe of all time? Or what's your favorite shoe of all time?
It's like an easy, comfortable shoe.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
I think when they hit the market, they took over for a good amount.
For sure. I feel like they should bring them back.
I think so. It would be comfortable. And it gave you a couple of inches if you wasn't, you feel me? If you wasn't 6 foot, you could get close to it.
I'm dead. Favorite shoe of all time?
My favorite shoe of all time? I don't know. It's hard now because I'm always in cleats. So I wear open-toed shoes or sandals. But I'd say my favorite pair that I ever had that I still, like, if I found them today, like, I probably would get them, just Spider-Man phone posits.
Spider-Man phone posits. Damn. Haven't seen those in a while.
I had those.
That's a good one. So you need the Olympics and Spider-Man phone posits. 11.5.
Yeah.
You might need a 12 in the phone posits. They be running small.
11.5.
It still fit good? See, I wear a 13. They don't really make 13.5s in phone posits.
Yeah.
So I'll be kind of struggling. And the 14 is like, yeah, I don't know.
I got, well, because, like, I'm not that tall. I don't like when my feet look OD big. Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
So 11.
Oh, I know the struggle. Being a 13, this shit is, and then you get a white shoe and it just looks huge.
Just huge. Like, yeah.
That's tough. Okay, you got any other questions for me?
Nah, I don't know. I feel like I ask you questions all the time. Like,
okay.
What advice would you give someone who's like about to start investing? Like, what would you say?
I think there's a lot of options, and because of that, you can get overwhelmed. So, pick an industry or a lane, and then dive into that, and then also pick a niche within that. Right. So, I always use the real estate as the example. I want to be a real estate investor. What does that mean? I want to be in real estate. I want to make money with real estate. What does that mean, right? So it's like, do you want to be a lender? Do you want to be a broker? Do you want to be an agent? Do you want to do single family, multifamily, short term, long term, nursing, old folks homes? Do you want to fix and flip? What do you want to do? Do you want to wholesale? There's a ton of options. Everybody makes multiple $1 million in all those options, right? But not that many people is doing all them things, right? You're like, I'm on the team, but I play DB.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, this is what I'm focusing on. I'm locked in on this position. I'm going to learn some things from the safeties and the linebackers and the DNs and other people that's around me. That might teach me some tips and tricks, but it's going to improve my game for what I'm doing here. So I always say, pick that, figure out what you want to do, and then start with that. And if you pivot, that's fine. Like, at least you got that and you understand it and you know the fundamentals of it, so then you can apply it to something else. So if you start with single family homes or multi-family or just 4-unit, 6-unit complexes or whatever, cool. Do that. Understand it, do as much as you can, and then know the full ins and outs of it. Same thing like with the stock market, right? It's like, do you want to look for dividend things? Do you want to do the portfolio where you have just in the S&P and it's more diversified and you're just letting it ride and you reinvest in the money? Do you want to learn about options? Do you want to try to day trade? Like, those are all different ways that people are making a bag, right?
Yeah.
Swing trading, pick the one, lock in on it, and kind of just try it, do it, make it happen, figure it out.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Fail, it's still like
it's an opportunity to make money, and if you don't like it, cool, then pivot to something else in that industry that you see is more suited for you. But I think it's just very overwhelming. So for a real estate example, I always say, go to people that are lenders, figure out who it is, and just get the ball rolling, see where you stand. Because I'm not the person giving you the money.
Right.
I can give you the advice on what to do once they say they'll give you the money, but you got to figure out who the people that's giving the money and what they want from you to be qualified to give you the money.
Yeah.
And then once you know that, then you're like, okay, cool, this is the blueprint. And they'll tell me, like, we could do it now or it'll be 6 months from now. If you do these things, it'll put you in a position to get what you want. So I think it's just picking a thing and taking that first step, going to the bank or getting online, starting the portfolio, looking at somebody who else manages stuff or whatever it is. A lot of people just get overwhelmed at the beginning. It's tough. It's too many options.
It's too many options. I'd be like, people be like, what are you investing in? I'm like, I don't know. Like, stop talking to me about that right now.
Yeah, so that's the tough part. So like in the stock market, I always like play it safe. Yeah, get into S&P, something that's very simple, diversified, where you can learn and just, because the biggest thing, like even if you had $7 million, just put $100 in there and just see how it works. Like that ain't gonna hurt you. You spend that on a dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, just put $100 in, see how it functions, watch it, see how it moves up, what the news and how it alters the market and what's going on in the world. Just be more tuned to that. And
that's what I like started thinking about. Like, well, because I think I put like 500 or something like small into some type of crypto. What's it called? I can't even think of it right now. But like some type of currency. Because I'm like,
you got like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and like those are kind of like the
XRP.
XRP. That's the one that's on the come up. Everybody's talking about. It's gonna boom. It's gonna boom. Hopefully it does.
My homie put me on it in the summer, and I was just like, I kept asking questions. I'm like,
I think I got like a couple thousand in that too.
See, like, I'm like, I'm just at like 500.
Yeah.
Like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like I spent 500 like in a weekend, like
exactly
in my sleep.
Yep.
So I'm like, I might as well put it in an investment and see what happens.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna get it back, but
I think with that, there's a lot of. I think the thing is, it's just a lot more research that goes into something like that than again something that's like proven and been done.
Yeah.
So it's easier to get into the lane of like people are like, well, yeah, you can make more with cryptos than stocks, and I'm like, you can still make a bag with stocks. The thing is, we have a proven track record of years of all this stuff, and this is how it works, this is how it plays out. These are consistencies, these are averages. This is what it is. When you get into the crypto, it's like, well, it's based off of this. Did somebody tweet this thing?
Yeah.
Did they not? Like,
do we know?
What are they planning on doing? Okay, well, yeah, we hope that happens. If it does, I'll be prepared for it. But there is definitely, again, certainty in it, but at the same time, there's less certainty than being in the stock market and understanding how things are going. And obviously, everything's a risk. Everything's every investment is a risk at the end of the day. We get that. But for me, I'm like, okay, let me get into something that is like proven. I understand this. A lot of people have done it.
And that's why like I'm not fully into it. Like, because I'm like, it's not enough science behind it. Like, I like there to be facts behind something I do.
Well, that's why I tell everybody the same thing. I was like, I put like 10 bands into crypto, and I was like, I'm willing to lose it all if it all goes to zero, because I don't know as much like when I started. But obviously, I've learned a lot over that time, and I've made money and done those things. But I was like, I'm not putting no more into it. I'm going to just keep learning from that
so that's
and still be willing to lose it all. And then at that point, I'm like, I'm cool. But with everything else, I'm like, oh, I'm willing to throw more in because I'm more certain with it. I understand it. And then it still keeps me diversified. So that way, if it does pop off, I'm like, shit, I had some money in it and I made a bag.
Facts.
It compared to be like, I knew about it, but I didn't put nothing in it.
Yeah.
Because I've done that before. Like, I put, like, I think $400 or $500 into like Shiba when it was about to pop off, and it popped off, and I made like 6 racks off of it in like 2 days, and I was like, this is cool. Like, but again, that's like, you got to be on it, you got to pay attention, because then it goes back down and everything. So that's just understanding like how committed do I want to be to these investments and finding that passiveness to it, because otherwise you're like checking your phone all the time, stressing about the shit, trying to make sure you're catching the time.
Yeah,
that's the other part of it.
That's why I want to wait. So then, like, after this off season, go through another season, and then our next off season, I really have got enough knowledge that I'm ready to attack something fully in this time frame that I have off, and go from there.
No, that makes sense. And then, yeah, especially in the real estate space, you're like, I want something back home. Do I want something there? Am I going to be there for long? Like, what's going on? The certainty of
I'm going back and forth on this.
Yeah.
Where to buy at. Or it's going to be either in Nashville or Portland. It's probably going to be in Nashville, though.
Yeah.
Just because it's growing out there. And
you think that would be a place that you could always go back to? Like, 15 years from now or whatever? Yeah. And be like, I like it here.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've never been. So
because it's growing.
Okay.
Like, it's only going to get better. Like, especially once we build Nissan's because they're redoing the stadium.
Really?
It'll be done in 27.
Okay.
And it's a dome now.
Ooh.
So, like, they used to do all the concerts, like, summertime concerts you do them at Nissan, of course, but then the wintertime and when it's rainy, you go to Bridgestone. But once you're able to...
All year. Popping.
All year.
Okay.
Because it's like one of the, like, top tour places, like, in the U.S.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's number one place for bachelorette parties.
Damn.
70% women.
That's crazy.
You can't beat it. Yeah, not for you. For me, though. For me.
Yeah, I'm good.
But, like, I'm just saying it's a lively place, though. Like, it's constantly people coming in.
Right.
Artists come in, like, all type of, like, concerts, like, rap artists.
That's what I'm saying. I've been hearing
music.
stuff about it, for sure.
Like, the food is top tier. Like, you can't beat it. Like, I think it's...
Bro, I'm going to figure it out. I might try to get out there this season.
Just let me know. Pull up.
I got to
just pull
make it
up.
shake. Okay, well, I think that's good. We good?
Yes, sir.
We'll try to catch up maybe after the next season or something, see what's going on. Just want to tell you congratulations again. I love you. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for everything that's set to come. Like,
yes, sir.
It's gonna be dope. Like,
it's gonna be good.
This is a part of the journey. The crazy thing is you're just getting started, bro. Yeah. That's what's still crazy. Like, through all those things,
all that,
you still just getting started.
Year one.
I need you to get more active on Instagram.
I'm trying.
We got to build the brand, man.
I'm trying. It's tough.
I told you.
I'm trying.
I gave you the blueprint.
I put my Twitch in my bio.
Okay.
That's the best I did.
Okay, so
I'm finna...
What can I do to convince you that this is important? And this builds more for you and your brand and your opportunities down the line.
I don't know. I don't think there's like I've been told this for so long. Like I'm telling you, I had 1,000 followers before
I know.
When I was in Idaho, I had 1,000. I didn't post. I don't post.
So
I just got to start like I guess just posting more. But like I don't do anything in my life that's hella fascinating besides football.
But just leverage it. Just turn it into that. Like I do a bunch of dope shit in my life, and I just have a sneaker page. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I show some parts of it, but like everybody that knows me, they know me and what I be doing. But then like the internet can just know what you want them to know, and that's fine. And if that's what you leverage and use, you can build that and create more opportunities for yourself. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm hoping and praying that you become one of the top paid DBs in the league.
Yeah.
But either way, that's something that you can easily do now, and then also build to create more money opportunities for yourself.
First.
Because you could get a check, and you know you can get a check that could be a whole ass down payment on a home.
Yeah.
Like that's possible, and that you know what I'm talking about.
Facts. I guess I just don't know what to post. Like I be like this time in my life like I do my PT.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wasn't doing PT, I wouldn't be doing nothing. I'd probably go like yoga or something.
Okay.
And then I play the game all day and eat food. Spend time with my family.
Okay.
Like that's it. I travel a little bit, but other than that, like after this, like finish the season this month, like we played our last game on the 5th. So it's like I've been just chilling. Like, I've been doing football since like May.
Right.
So I've been just chilling for real.
So you don't want to share other things outside of football, or you do?
But I just don't know what it would be. Like that's all I do is those things.
So the biggest thing, what it is, you have to basically document your journey, right? And people forget that documenting their journey is a fun process because it allows you to have something to look back on later.
Yeah.
Because like when you turn 50, it'll be dope to be able to see like the whole journey.
Facts.
The days that you was doing all these things. But if you're not, then you're just gonna have those memories and at times, and it's like you could have been building something along the way. So with that, I would say document the journey, whether it's through like story posts and things like that. And then coming up, my dog is barking, I don't know who's outside. Coming up with stuff that can be in your feed that is other parts of life. Like sometimes people forget that they don't have to be in the photo all the time.
Yeah.
Like you can create a post that you're not even your face isn't even in, or whatever it might be, like your hand or your foot or something, right? So you can create content and post and reels or whatever that goes with that, and just test different things. And then when you see something that sticks out that gets like a lot of views, likes, or comments, you'll see like, oh, I should probably do this again.
Yeah.
Try it again. And then you see that consistency, you'll know like, oh, I could become known for this if I want to. Do I want to or not? Facts. Like you go fishing or something, and then people are like, oh, damn, I got this whole fishing audience now that wants to rock with me. And then now you can be making fishing content in the off season, and then stuff during the season that's obviously like actively going to get a lot of views and engagement, but it gives you that both worlds at the same time.
Yeah. I just got to figure out what it is.
So yeah, video games.
But like that's the thing. I'm in the process. Probably here in the next. Cause I gotta buy a car. So
okay.
After I do that,
so maybe show your process of like, I've been looking at cars. This is what I'm interested in. This was my childhood dream car, but I don't know if I want to get that yet. Maybe I want to do this another stepping stone car. Yeah. Like show the journey, right?
So
like,
I'm gonna do that, and after that, I'm buying a PC.
Okay.
Come have my brother build it, Chris. I'm having him build my PC.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start streaming. Cause I play the game so much. And
that's y'all world, like y'all generation especially.
And I'm actually
like,
good at video games.
Yeah.
Like Madden top 100 in the world.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Call of Duty, like
I like that.
High kill, like.
Man, I've been slacking on Call of Duty, bro. I ain't played in like a year.
I was just on for the first time, and like I just got back into it probably 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I've probably been just ripping crazy kill games like on Warzone. Me and Chris, like yesterday we went for like 7 dubs on Warzone.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like you start streaming, you start making posts about that stuff. Now you get a Call of Duty brand deal. You get invited to a trip. You go to a tournament. You do those things like that. All transpires from you just playing the game. But now you got the camera on and you showing your process.
That's what I'm saying. So I just got to
see what I'm saying. And now you're getting paid to appear at things, and you get to play the game still. And you're enjoying that in your off season. And now you're traveling, and they might bring you to Miami for a tournament. and you be like, I never been to Miami, and now somebody else paying for you to be there and you're enjoying it.
Facts.
That's a very realistic statement. You see what I'm saying?
By March.
Like that all comes
March,
from.
I'm gonna have my PC built.
It just naturally comes from that stuff.
I'm gonna stream.
You don't have to show the world your everything. Yeah. You don't have to do all that. You don't gotta let the world or the Instagram be your diary like some people are. Yeah. Which they can do that. That's fine. Great. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah, that's
right.
I just was never big on social media.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I just be out the way.
Bro, I was the same way. I didn't start an Instagram until way later. Yeah. Because I had the business profile.
Yeah.
I had all that stuff. I didn't want a personal page. I didn't want none of that. And then people are like, you got to show your collection, start posting your stuff. That's what caused me to do it just for my friends. So I could post my new shoe pickups.
Facts.
And then it turned into all this stuff.
All right. I got you.
Okay. So with that being said, what's your Twitch and your Instagram page so we can make sure everybody follows you?
My Instagram is Marcus Harris 2_.
I'll have the links down below in the description too.
I think that's what it is. And then my Twitch is LODXBallin 2.
Well, I appreciate you. Yes, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. It's been a great to be on here. It's surreal. Like I said, I grew up watching you.
Right.
Like
I know my other room is dirty as hell, but I'll take you in there and we can see some other
it's
shoes.
It's crazy. Like just I want to be like Skilla one day.
All right, we out.